What's up, guys? It's your boy Zowoki back at it with Chris Watts video. Today we're going to look at the actual Ronnie Watts interview with enhanced audio with subtitles to make it a little bit easier to hear, because sometimes you can't figure out what he's saying. But with that being said, I think we need to look into, I'm not saying look into Ronnie, but I'm saying with the connection that Nicole Kessinger was Googling Chris Watts, Saratoga Trail, Shanann, and she was looking also up Mr. Ronnie Watts. So I felt like we need to look at his interview. We've looked at little clip bits of his interview, but we've actually never watched it from beginning to end of Ronnie Watts' interview after Chris had confessed. So things that I want to know about is if he was talking to Nicole, because Nicole's looking up Ronnie. Why? Were they trying to talk together after Chris confessed? Did Ronnie talk to Chris on the way from the airport to the station about what had happened? I just want to see if he says anything in this interview. So before we go any further, if you guys could do me a solid favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting that wiper icon down at the bottom right, hit that bell icon next to it. So when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted a video, and then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you guys for watching, and let's get into this reaction and possible evidence that could help. Who knows? Let's take a look.
Is it over? Well, I think it's been covered. Oh, here, I got this one off. Or I don't, but it was coming off. Dang. Oh, right. They really don't want anybody to work in here. There you go.
Ronnie, I don't think I have your information. Would you mind, do you have a driver's license with you or something like that?
Just here's a bag.
What's that?
No, wallet and stuff in the bag and nothing in the truck.
Oh, really?
But it's,
What's your legal name?
Ronnie.
Is that Ronald or anything like that?
Ronnie.
Uh-huh.
Lee.
Uh-huh.
Watts, W-A-T-T-S.
Okay, and your birthday, Ronnie?
1456.
And what's your home address? I was just in North Carolina 3 days ago.
That was there this morning.
All right, and phone number for you, sir? All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to sit down. I know you've been here most of the day today, and a shocking day and everything like that.
Straight from the airport here.
Yeah. Here's my information. My name's Kellen Hoffman. I'm an agent of the Colorado Bureau of Investigation.
Okay.
And we're basically here assisting the Berkshire Police Department with this case. Just, doing whatever we can to pitch in and stuff.
So I can see the subtitles are not keeping up enough. So
Here's back there as well.
So we just wanted to sit down with you and kind of, get any information that you had. I know this has been a shocking day and, definitely not, like you just said, not something you expected to have happen when you got on the airplane this morning or anything like that.
By no means.
So,
no, she was up for some of her shenanigans again. I figured she just, whatever, anyway.
she was up to some of her shenanigans again. Wow. I figured she was just whatever. Anyway, go ahead.
Can you kind of just give us a little bit of a background on their relationship and how long you had known her and just kind of some background
Does it
information?
go out? Oh, it goes out.
Years as far as dating and stuff. We got married about 5 years ago, I think it was, 5 or 6 years ago. And as far as their relationship, it was fine. And then us, me and my wife, most of my wife's having a hard time getting on with her, but she's, my wife calls it narcissist personality is what she thinks she is. Bipolar also. That's just the way she was. I mean, Chris told me a while back, he said, she told him if you ever cheat on me or whatever, he said, I'll turn it on you tenfold. Like that. But I don't know if that had anything to do with what happened today.
Did they meet out in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they moved to Charlotte for a while, a couple of years. And then they decided to move out here for some reason. They have no relatives, no nothing out here.
So there's no ties out here?
Just some friends she had that was out here.
Okay, when was that?
So we got married in Charlotte. Let's see, what, 3-4 years ago, probably.
Okay. And then they moved here after getting married in Charlotte?
Yeah.
What did they do when they first got here?
Well, in Charlotte, he went to NASCAR tag. That's when he left home when he was 18. When he graduated high school, he went to NASCAR tag and stuff. Then they met, and he was working at a Ford dealership up there. What she was doing at the time, I really couldn't tell you back then. But then they moved out here. He went to work at a Ford dealership as a technician. He got hired on in the oil fields. And she was working odd jobs off and on, doing different things. And actually, when he was working at Longmont Ford down the road here, she was selling cars up there at the same time. They both working at the same place, but she was a good salesman.
Yeah.
About that.
Did they have any money issues?
Not to my knowledge.
So you're telling me that they have money issues, and yet he doesn't know? You can't tell me he doesn't know.
They never talked about anything like that?
He said they didn't need that big ass house they was in because they didn't need all that stuff. But I think she's doing now selling that libel stuff, whatever. Because that's what they, I knew he made pretty good money in the oil field stuff. I said, I think she's like top 30 or 35 in the company. So I said, well, he said she's one of us pretty much making what he was making. So that was over the last couple of years when she's building up really. Like I said, she's a salesman.
Now, how much contact did you have with them? Did you see them?
A couple times a year because we fly out here to see the grandkids and stuff. And my wife came here when Cece was born and helped with that and stuff. And they were down. She came to North Carolina like 6 weeks ago, 6 7 weeks ago, whatever. And then he was coming the last week of the vacation thing. And her and my wife had fallen out twice. Because her parents live about 30-40 miles from us.
Had a falling out twice? So we know about one of them, but what about the other one?
Okay.
So
where are they live at?
Aberdeen sometimes. Right in my pine horse, golf horse. She was just hard to get along with it. She was there with us for a few days and stayed with them for 3 days and stuff. And so I bought a trampoline for kids to open the pool and all this stuff, and no TV and everything, so they'd have, things to play with and everything while they were there. And the first time she came over, they got along 3 or 4 days always on the last day. She told her that morning, she said, well, I got to go get my hair done. My next door neighbor and I get some flyers for him and stuff and come by where I work at. It's a super dealership. He signs paperwork on the car was buying. And he said, we're going to take you back home now, or you can wait this afternoon. No, let's wait this afternoon. And she said, okay. So she went and got her hair done and stuff. We got flyers to show up at my place and realized she got her phone at the hairdresser. So my daughter was getting done the same place, so she went to get it and bring it up to my work. And by that time she texted me. I know where she's sending with that. My wife, that's my first surname. And so she's got here signing paperwork. She said, well, I've been here 5 hours with these kids by myself. This shit. I said, well, you're a kid, she wanted us to have my wife in tears in the finance office. Fussing at her because she wasn't there. Take care of the kid and shit.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
So she went going home that night. Her daddy come got her. She was all pissed off about that. And Chris called that night and said, my wife asked him, what are you going to do, Chris? She said, just let it go.
Chris called that night and said, my wife asked me, what are you going to do, Chris? Said he didn't want to hear her mouth.
He said he didn't want to hear her mouth when she had bangs just like that. And the second time she came to see us, Cece had nut allergies. As far as you can any type of tree nuts, what it is. And I got 2 other grandkids, Dalton and Dylan, live there, about 20 miles from us. They're 10 and 7, and Cece and Bella was 4 and 3. And they all there playing together, had fun in the pool and stuff, all this stuff. And my other grandchild went there and get some ice cream up refrigerator. And which I could have been in there all week up at a higher level, which some of it had nuts in it, so we needed to keep it up there. And this one little single serving things type deal.
Yeah.
And my other granddaughter got one. And Cece started crying and stuff, and she went all over saying, it wasn't fair that one could have it, the other one couldn't have it type deal, and all this type of stuff. And she went stomping off, and someone there was going, you're just trying to kill my child. To my wife, she was trying to kill the child. And my wife said, you really think I...
If you knew that Cece had a tree allergy or a nut allergy, shouldn't you have gotten ice cream that doesn't have nuts in it? Hello?
Trying to hurt one of your children type deal stuff. And she ended up leaving and not coming back for the next 4 weeks, and then no contact with her, kids and grandkids, and nothing else.
Okay.
I mean, that was, what, 5 or 6 weeks ago, type deal. But she was just, like my son was telling me, said she has these mood swings and stuff, and she just said I don't realize how unstable she was.
Who said that?
My son did.
She wasn't unstable. She was pregnant. Like, do we not forget the whole fact that women, and again, I don't mean this to be any disrespect towards women. I'm just saying when they are pregnant with your child that you put in there, they're going to go through mood swings. They're going to be really happy, really depressed, angry, pissy, hungry, lovable, not lovable, want you to get away from, like, they go through so many different mood swings. And yet, because she's pregnant, she's going crazy? That's ridiculous that they say that.
What did they say that?
That was one of his told us, a few days ago, whatever. That's the way she is. She's just bipolar.
He says that about everyone. He said, oh, Shanann's bipolar. Oh, Nicole's bipolar. Like,
0, 16.
there's the narcissist.
And when did you first start hearing about that?
Well, I've seen that before, just like that with the ice cream deal. I mean, she was fine, and all of a sudden come back screaming at my wife. You're just trying to kill my child and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, just little things like that, really nothing.
So, I mean, with that in mind, how was their relationship in your opinion?
Well, my son told me a few weeks ago, he said he just didn't love her anymore. And he had told her that he wanted to go, but he was going to tell her that he wanted to get a separation, and she did that before they came back from the beach this last time. When I was down there, when it was at Marital Beach, there was at North Marital Beach, 5 miles apart, still thinks his kids.
Yeah.
That deal, when he was his kid.
When did he tell you that he didn't love her anymore? Said it a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Well, he said he should have done this a long time ago, because he said it just wasn't working, and just like her being pregnant. She said it was all Christopher's idea, getting pregnant again.
Chris wanted it. Chris did say that. He wanted to fix the marriage, thought a child would fix it, like he did as his PowerPoint presentation. And so it's like he's cursed, or he's yelling at Shanann for Chris's idea of the baby, and then goes back and says, oh no, Shanann wanted the baby. Like, come on, dude.
And Christopher said it was all her
Chris
idea.
said it was all her idea.
Chris wanted another child?
Well, he always wanted a son,
And then in the prison, Chris said, no, I wanted the child.
but it
Did they know the gender?
Not yet.
No.
Well, she was sending me a sonogram, it's been 4 weeks. There was down here, right after Chris, seen me with it, she sent me a picture. That was right before they went back to Colorado, went back up here, put it that way. Sent a picture of sonogram, she just wanted to share a new picture of a new baby. And we hadn't talked to her in 4 weeks. And all of a sudden, boom, sends a picture of a sonogram.
Because you are
They
grandparents.
had done when he got back here.
Did Chris mention anything about his girlfriend?
Not till today.
No.
Not till today? So he did tell his father about Nicole.
No clue.
Nothing.
What can you tell us about Chris just as a person, you know, growing up?
What?
And raising him, and just as a person, you know, growing up and raising him, and
He was,
So he had to have told Nicole, or told Ronnie, about Nicole in the car. Because when else would he have been able to tell her, or tell him? So he did talk about Nicole.
well, he student always through school and everything. He loved sports and everything. He played football, baseball all the way through junior high and front of high school and stuff. And he was one kind of child, really. I mean, never had no problem with him, no nothing. Not no problem with drugs, no nothing.
Did he exhibit any signs of like mental health issues? Was he ever depressed? Was he ever medications for anything like that?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Did you ever get the impression that he was maybe depressed or anything like that and should be on meds, or was it not? So pretty healthy?
Yeah,
Shouldn't you know that?
I got him now, I'm guilty. And that's another thing. Way back when they first got together, her ex-husband, or whoever she was married to, was kind of big, bulky type dude. And she more or less wanted Chris to look like him. I mean, I don't know what probably about.
Chris was the one that wanted to better his life. So it wasn't just Shanann. Shanann probably enjoyed that he was working out and stuff like that, but Shanann wasn't making him do that.
And that was, I had no clue.
Ridiculous.
I mean, she moved from one extreme to the next, and next thing she wanted to lose weight and get skinny. She was kind of out there from the get-go.
Love how they blame
Chris
her.
had mentioned to Graham, I believe, that he had lost a lot of weight recently.
Yeah, because he was looking at me, and he'd FaceTime with him a lot and stuff till just in the last month or so, whatever. And he'd be out running and lifting weights and stuff. I mean, way back when, he used to lift weights all the time when he was in school and stuff like that. He was pretty well cut by then.
Did he mention anything to you about how he was feeling? Like, was he feeling happy? Was he feeling better about himself? Did he have more confidence? Or was he doing it for any particular reason?
I figured it was something she was doing, wanting him to get fit for that trial stuff. They just pushed out a new thing of weight loss patches and stuff. So I figured he was just doing that to satisfy her for their images, because she was all about images.
You don't think he wanted to be putting all that time and effort towards getting in shape and so forth?
No, but he always liked to stay in shape. But from day one, I know, back in, when he was like 7 or 8 years old, he was playing, moved up to tackle football, and had a weight limit, had to weigh in for every game. In the first game, he was 5 pounds over. So then he come home with a trash bag on, he got on the treadmill, and never missed weight again. But that type of person is, I mean, he's dedicated, he'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah, so do whatever it takes by murdering his family.
There's one little post that I seen on Facebook the other day. That was always dangerous stuff. There's one thing last week or this week, which I can't, most of her stuff's blocked now, as far as her stuff. Bella sees he had these balls down about this tall, about 3-4 foot tall, whatever. We got like the name on one is Anna, one of them frozen people, whatever type deal. And had it laying on one of the couches with a sheet over it, from the head to the toes, saying that the girls did that. And I've been around enough and played with them enough up there and FaceTime enough, they'd get the babies out and lay them on the floor, put a pillow there and cover them up. It was about a waste of time. And cover their heads up, you know, like the dead person type deal.
Yeah, I saw the photo that you're referring to.
I said, hey, what was that? Where was that coming from?
With Chris, you guys had gone there for a little bit, talked, it was recorded. I don't think we mentioned, but this should also be recorded, which I didn't keep practicing it already, but he had mentioned that he saw her doing some stuff to the kids, and he snapped.
Well, he said, well, this, well, they had that argument or discussion or whatever that morning, and he's going ahead and leave for work. he went downstairs and just getting stuff, his lunch together, whatever and stuff, and he got some commotion upstairs, other than anything, nothing about it, and he got the baby monitor sitting on the, this time it was on the bar, right there in the kitchen. And he looked at it, he seen Shanann on top of Cece.
Sick man blaming Shanann.
And that's when he ran back upstairs and lost it. By the time we got up there, she was blue, and Shanann was still on him. And that's when he said he grabbed her, threw her off of him, and started.
She would
He did the same
have
thing
nabbed
with
her.
Do you know Chris to have, I wouldn't necessarily call it a mean streak, but an ability to snap like that? Does that seem unusual for him?
Very unusual.
Okay.
I've never seen him get pissed off about anything. He pretty much laid back like I am, and takes a lot to get me pissed off, and the same kind of deal with him.
Do you think,
He loved those children to death.
and obviously we can never put ourselves in that shoes.
No, no, to see that going on and your child laying there dead, and both your children dead.
Do you think, if you were in that situation, do you think you would have tried calling 911?
Well, it says she was already purple or blue or whatever. And that's hard to say what goes through somebody's mind when something like that, when you're sitting there looking at your children like that.
He didn't say no.
Of course.
Right.
But in the heat of the moment when that's going on, it was already dead.
What else?
You can second guess decisions from day one. As far as what you do, I do, anybody else does, and as far as something like that, it's hard to say.
So when you were talking to him, just you and him, he mentioned that he saw her on the baby monitor in the kitchen?
Yeah, downstairs. Yeah.
Right. So when he was talking to the detective later on...
I think I presume he was in the kitchen. I know they got one downstairs. I don't know one upstairs. I know they got one downstairs.
Okay. Because when he was talking to the detectives a little later on, he said his story changed.
Mm-hmm.
And he was upstairs, and that's when he saw the baby monitor. And his story has actually changed three, almost 4 times. That's what actually transpired.
No. No.
Do you think it's possible that he could have harmed the 2 girls?
I don't. I don't know how much he cared about them. I mean, he took care of them 24/7. Every time we were down there, he was doing everything, giving them baths, taking them with down the time, reading books, everything else. He let them do his.
Were you there when he told detectives where to find the 2 girls?
Yeah.
No?
Okay.
Were you there when he said exactly where? No.
I think he told me once they left the room, I think.
So he had said that there's big tanks, big oil tanks there, and he put the girls in one of the tanks.
Yeah, he told me that.
So he had told you that when you guys were talking?
Yeah. No, it was in between when Graham and Davey come in there, when they left, I think he was telling me that afterward.
Did he mention why he put them in the tanks versus burying them?
No, he didn't. No, that time he didn't.
What else did he tell you about?
That was about it. That he said he ruined his life, he ruined my life, my wife, his sister, everybody. He said some things he wish he would have done was call the police then instead of doing what he did as far as, which that makes sense, because in the heat in the moment with everything going on, I guess he just leave it.
It's very easy for us all to sit here Monday morning quarterbacking, and that's not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to understand, from your standpoint, you know him better than anybody.
Yeah.
So what you think was going through his mind then?
Nicole.
Exactly,
Nicole.
that's what I would think. Everybody would think he killed all 3 of them. Which I don't think that's possible.
Why not?
For my person, I know he is from day one. So I don't think he's got it in him to do that. What he ended up doing to her, I could see that. She sees both his children laying there dead. by her hand, and then just losing it.
It's pretty sick that you want to sit there and blame a woman that devoted her life to those kids.
You said you'd never seen him angry before, you'd never seen him mad.
No, besides playing sports, I ain't never seen him.
Cheap shot, everything I get.
I ain't never seen him get pissed off about anything, really.
Is there anybody in your family have any mental health issues? Aunts, uncles, sister, grandparents, anybody?
Chanel mentioned that he actually told my wife that her mother and her brother both were bipolar, so I don't know.
On her side?
Yeah.
Was she on meds for that at all?
Unfortunately, I don't think she's ever been diagnosed with that. She was telling my wife that her mother and her brother was bipolar. But there's nothing wrong with her.
Of course.
Of course not.
Everybody living here.
Yeah. But Chris also told me, he said, you don't see how many times that she's, how did he put it, unstable. On that chain flip from one to the other, and go off, yelling, and go crazy and shit.
He said the same thing about Nicole.
Did you mention anything about their conversation? You know, he said it was about him leaving, or him cheating on her and not admitting it.
Yeah.
But, when you guys were talking softly and close to each other, did he mention anything specific that he said that he thinks set her off, or anything that sort of triggered it? Because they had this discussion, he leaves, goes somewhere else in the house, and here's this commotion, comes back.
He said he was cussing and nephew and F this and all this type of stuff. And that's basically what she was saying to him. I guess he said, well, I want to work and get out of here. And that's when she did what she did.
Do you have any reason to doubt Chris's story?
I don't know. No, he's been back there how many hours? 6, 7 hours? 8 hours?
He's been back there a while.
His brain's probably fried by now.
So how did you first become aware that she was missing? Did you receive a phone call? How did you first become aware?
It just really amazes me the amount of stuff that they ask Ronnie, the one that was not even near the location when this happened. He wasn't in Colorado, and the amount of detail in their questions, which fantastic, these guys, they're questioning Ronnie. But why does Ronnie get all these questions like this, but Nicole gets the questions that she got? It just fascinates me to see how detailed everybody else, like even the best friends that live in Hawaii. That woman, what is her name? Abby? I can't remember offhand, but the woman was like Lily hardcore quizzed on questions, which she gave her response very well. But then you got Nicole getting barely like, oh, what's your hair color? Do you like the color blue? Like, that's how stupid those questions were. And then Nicole Kessler never even answered the question.
Where the situation was going on?
About them missing? He called me that, was it Monday night?
Monday night, what did he say?
He says, he said, Sinead and the girls are missing. Nobody knows where they are and all that stuff going on.
What do you remember him telling you about, when they were last seen and any of that type of stuff?
And that was the original story. They said that he had left, went to work, and the girl had come check on her. Wellness call, over check, whatever it was. And
it wasn't a wellness call.
Find them in the house and nothing. Her car was there, keys were there, phone was there.
That's what he told. That's what he tells you.
Yeah.
And what does she think happened? What did you think happened to Shanae and the kids at that
I thought she just went off on one of her little things again, just getting back at them.
No, what did he tell you? What did he think was going on?
He didn't know, she just left.
He thought she left?
Yeah, left with somebody else or something.
Did he have any theories on who that was, or how they would have left when he was talking
left with somebody else?
Okay. And then what happens yesterday? You talked to him on the phone yesterday?
Yeah, he just told me about the, searching the house, all this interrogation, all this type of stuff. And I said, well, I'm gonna come on up and just be there with you.
Okay.
Like that.
Did he tell you anything new about what was going on, or if anything had been found out, or anything like that? Okay. Okay. And when did you make the arrangements to come out here then?
Last night.
Okay. So last night you booked a flight?
Late yesterday afternoon, about 6:30.
Like, how detailed are they getting into Ronnie right now?
I was go to work. I booked a flight and came out this morning.
Okay. And he picked you up from the airport? What did you guys talk about in the car ride? Did you guys come straight here from the airport?
Straight here, because that's when Graham called him. Right after he picked me up, he said, come by here, so that's we come straight here.
Okay. And what did he tell you on the way here?
Just what was going on about the cadaver dogs, and it was at the house.
And Nicole.
Lights, looking for blood and stuff like that. Basically, that, and then the interrogation last night and stuff, wherever you want to call it.
Yeah. Well, what did he tell you about where he thinks Shanae and the kids are on the ride here from the airport?
He really didn't mention that.
You think his father is actually going to tell the police what he probably really said? I don't buy this for a second that this is what he actually said. Maybe parts of it, but not all of this.
Just wish they could be found or whatever. That's what I was saying anyway.
What was he saying?
Same type thing.
When was the first time you found out that he killed Shanae?
When they asked me to come back there, that he wanted to talk to me.
Okay, so he didn't tell you that at your point before that or anything?
I had no clue where it was going.
Okay. When was the first time you found out that he said that Shanae killed the kids?
When I was back there with him.
Okay, so you didn't confide that into you before today that you witnessed her doing this awful thing or anything like that? Okay. He didn't maintain the entire time that he thought somebody picked them?
Who believes that his father knew? Raise your hands. If you don't believe, put your hands down with emotes. I want to know.
After that, right? Or she left on her own with somebody else.
Okay.
I heard you had mentioned that he wished he had told you sooner when you guys were in there. I mean, and I think you said he wished he would have told you sooner about this.
You don't remember that?
Huh? Okay.
Well, he said, I remember he said he wished he would have. He did all this a long time ago, as far as break it off and everything. Unless I don't know what he might have been talking about. I don't think that's what he's talking about then. I mean, he said that to me before. That he should have done this a long time ago, as far as his separation.
What was his demeanor like when he called to let you know that you said something terrible that happened?
He was tore up.
Was he?
Yeah.
And this was Monday?
Yeah.
2 days ago?
Keep my days straight here.
Yeah.
Of course you can.
All running together. I ain't got no sleep a couple days either.
It's funny that the people that just seem like they're on Chris's side can't remember half the time what they're talking about. But then the people that are on Shanann's side have a good idea about Shanann, her past, her future, her present. Like, they knew a lot. It's just funny that how that is.
So he was also telling some concerned friends not to call the police. That there was nothing to be concerned about, nothing to be worried about, that you probably just talked to somebody else.
Good.
That seems to be somewhat in conflict with his demeanor when speaking with you. And thoughts behind that as to why he would be saying one thing to you and saying something else to friends.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I feel like they think the same thing that I'm thinking.
What was his demeanor like in the car?
One way or there, he was concerned. He was physically and mentally exhausted probably, and everything, of course, with all that's going on. Like I said, that was the last thing that was on my mind. What's going on now when he was coming over here this morning.
Did he seem to be concerned about all three of them, or was he more concerned about kids? Or?
All three of them.
Yeah. Even though he wasn't, he wanted to separate from Shanann.
Yeah, but because we talked about that, I said, well, do you want to move back to North Carolina? I said, no, he wants to stay out here.
He wanted to stay out there because of NK.
Job and everything here, everything that he was doing here. He was making good money at it. He couldn't make make that kind of money, you know, about there turning wrenches and them.
What did the baby cause an issue with potentially leaving? Like, did you?
No, I don't think that had anything to do with it.
He wasn't
No,
overly
I'm
concerned about
if it did, he never mentioned to me about it, no.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Have you discussed names or anything with the other?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
He had no idea what gender it was.
Did you seem excited at all?
Yeah.
I know you said it
was. He seemed kind of excited, but he said it went both ways. She said
Again,
he
try to
wanted it, he said she
distance.
wanted it, you know, type deal, so.
Were you guys excited to have another grandkid on the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't only at 5, now I got 2.
You still have them. They're in heaven. Like, they're not gone. That's the way I look at it.
Sorry.
I just rather love them to a girl. Yeah. So my wife, so everybody else on
Is there anything you can think of that would cause her to do this, aside from just you mentioned some bipolar stuff?
Yeah, and just, like this, not that I always told y'all this, I said a while back, that if you ever caught him cheating on her, it'd come back to him tenfold.
But what woman or man hasn't said that to their other spouse? Like, don't you cheat on me. I'll do this, or I'll do that, or I'll leave. Who hasn't?
But, you know, he would get back whatever, how she was doing that, I had no idea. She was living, I had no idea.
It's a little extreme.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Are you familiar, have you cheated on her before, to your knowledge?
Not my knowledge. He did, he never mentioned it to me.
You had a lot of girlfriends growing up? Yeah.
But when senior prom, a girl asked him. So,
Did he say yes?
yep. Good. He would.
Good. Did you have fun?
Evidently. I don't think they ever really dated that much afterwards, or nothing. Really didn't date a whole lot in high school, no.
So, do you think he was shy? The females made him uncomfortable at all, or was it just he was doing his own thing?
Well, he was just shy, and he was working on going to school and all this other stuff. You know, when he got out of high school, like I said, he moved up to Mooresville with an NASCAR tech and stuff. We helped him through that school and stuff, and he moved a couple times to a couple different roommates and stuff like that, but he just always got to get an education and, you know, start making money and stuff.
When he told you that he was going to propose to Shanahan, did he tell you why? Like why he loved her, why he wanted to get married to her?
Not really, because I remember we were all down at the beach at the same time. We were all, not beach with that, I was Marital or whatever. So we all had the same condo type thing, or a beach house, which they were in part of it, we lived in part of it. And the next day, you know, they told us about it, because they went down on the beach and proposed to her and everything.
Oh, so did you not know about it in bed?
No.
Oh,
No.
I'm surprised.
It was.
No good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of like smirking because I don't know. It just.
You think anything else?
So I'm going to piss again. And you got this much water, because every time I come out here, so make sure I start drinking a lot of water beforehand, so this altitude give you a headache.
That's the truth, man.
The only thing I wasn't clear about is, when was the first time you heard from Chris that he was considering separating with her? Was it 3 weeks ago, or was it before that?
It's about 3 weeks ago, probably, some of that time frame.
But you kind of implied that it wasn't a surprise, or that he had considered it before. Had he discussed that with you before, or what made you think
He
of
hadn't
it?
discussed before, he just said he should have done it once he did. Tell us about it. He said I should have done this a long time ago, because he said the love and everything just wasn't there anymore.
And had he had conversations with you about that in the past, that things weren't going right? Or is this the first you kind of heard that things weren't going right?
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're like best friends with your dad, you're gonna say everything to him. I just feel like he's distancing himself away from his son, and he doesn't realize he's doing it.
Obviously, when something happens like this,
Or I could be wrong.
Tragedy all around. And, you know, the one thing that people want to ask is, you know, why something happened.
Yeah.
And you know, unfortunately, that's the one thing we can't. But is there any insight that you can provide to us about, you know, why you think something like this happened? Other than what you already told us, obviously.
Nothing really, like I said, her mood swings and everything else, and it,
Right again at Shanann.
Went off that morning, because I think when they had told her a few days before that, you know, he wanted to get a separation and stuff, sell the house and stuff. And actually, she had already sent an email to the realtor about selling the house, so Chris said he called and confirmed it and stuff. Well, she wanted us knew it was coming. And,
Did she though?
Trigger went off for her. And I guess she thought it was going to go away, or they're going to start seeing a counselor, or try to change or something. But
That's why she bought a book on saving marriage.
Yeah.
his mind was made up.
And he threw it away.
Did he mention, and this, I know we don't really have time for questions left, but did he mention at all about when she came home from her trip? You know, obviously she's pregnant, so she's probably not drunk, but did it seem like she was in a bipolar mood at all? Did it seem like she was on any drugs? Did he mention anything to you about
How she was
unusual? Yeah. I know it was late when she got home.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. You said he wasn't a drug user?
Did you ever become aware that they had possible plans to go for a weekend getaway this weekend or anything like that? You never been told anything about that?
That asked us about what she did. They had a thing coming up in October, I think it was. 2 days, one is the work thing for a veil. She told me, my wife, oh, tag your head, y'all have to come out here and watch kids. Type deal when she was down working on it. She was tag your head to. I said, you ask somebody, you don't say you want to come out here and do it. And then she fly out here and do this shit.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, we didn't have a problem at the time with all that stuff. I said, well, we had vacation time left and we still do it.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't think I have anything else to ask unless there's something that you think we should know that we haven't asked.
This is the third time they've asked this.
Right now, my brain's not much too right now.
Yeah, I think we're all probably in that place.
Appreciate you sitting down and taking some time to chat with us.
Probably to call my wife back, check on her, make sure she or then we'll pick her up to back to her house.
Yeah.
Okay.
How is she taking it?
Very good.
Yeah, I can imagine.
That's it. I think you see a little video of how she does, but how abusive and like this. I'm watching it now. There you go.
We missed a page. Okay.
That's when they bounced down with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Can't tell if it's Bella or Cece.
You seen that video? I just like it, like that. Tons of pictures of them.
So as far as the rest of the night, have they told us, do you have a hotel or something?
I will have to find one here.
I think they said that help you drive you over where you need to go and stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing we get. Do y'all know, are they taking the tourists downtown tonight, or what they're doing, or anything? I'll talk to Graham about that, or...
My assumption is that he'll probably be taken into custody tonight, and we booked into Well County Jail, which is up in Greenland. It's north and east of here. 30 minutes maybe? Yeah.
I guess the only information there, so I should be able to see him tomorrow, I presume, right?
Yeah, I would imagine he'll be booked through and all that stuff by then.
Yeah, so the news crew out there now, is this the thing they're gonna start telling what's going on now, is this still...
Yeah, the bosses are making those decisions, so that's not something we're really involved in. Deciding how and when to put stuff out. So
I think there'll be a more formal press release tomorrow.
Get the button up there. Oh, that button up there. Very good.
You've done this before.
I didn't realize we were locked in there.
So definitely listen to this one. Definitely, he knew about Nicole. Seems like they might have talked on the way home. I can't prove it. Just, it's very interesting that Nicole was looking up Ronnie. Ronnie knew about Nicole. Just definitely makes you want to rethink things, ponder, and rethink things some more. So if you guys could comment down below your thoughts, your opinions, I surely love to read them and see what more this. I don't think this would necessarily help in finding out answers towards NK, but it definitely lets us know that NK knew about Ronnie, and it sounds like Ronnie knew about NK. Did they talk, or did they just know of each other? That's definitely something I would love to see what you guys can respond to down in the comments. Again, thank you guys for watching. Please take care, be safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.